This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. There is new advice tonight to spend even more time alone than you already are.
State health leaders and local doctors agree. Even hanging out with fewer than 10 people may not protect you from the coronavirus. Adam Duxter joins us live to tell us why. Adam?
Well, data from here in Dane County shows that more than 1 in 3 people who have tested positive for coronavirus have no idea how or where they got it. And tonight, experts are asking you to keep your circle as small as it possibly can be. Another week of record highs for coronavirus cases in Wisconsin.
I think the main goal is to somehow rein in this rampant transmission that we're seeing across the state.
Dr. Nazia Safdar from UW Health says now the question is how to slow the number of new cases. She says it has a large part to do with just how many people you're around.
But the reality is that, anytime you come into contact with somebody indoors for a prolonged period of time, whether it's 2 people or 10, the risk is there.
And as cases pass 12,000 in Dane County, Public Health Madison Dane County says they're seeing a shift in average age. The group with the most new cases, people between 23 and 39 years old.
Which means this Sunday, instead of watching the Packers game with a group of friends,
they're asking you to watch the game alone, connecting with friends virtually.
Small private gatherings, dinner parties, retirement parties, birthday parties, baby showers, weddings, all of those things. That's why we have been encouraging here in recent weeks that people stay home as much as possible.
And while many might feel like they're ready to return to life as they know it, experts are asking to take a few weeks off from your normal activities, like your life and somebody else's depends on it.
Despite these desperate efforts to get back to normality, I think we need to accept that reality will look very different until we have a good vaccine or some other thing happens to help mitigate this a bit better.
And Dr. Safdar says coronavirus can really travel through 3 distinct phases. The first being people who are young and healthy. The second, people who might be more at risk. And that third phase might involve hospitalizations and even death. And she says in order to avoid that, the change really has to start with that first phase.
Adam Duxter reporting live for us. Adam, thank you. Wisconsin is reporting another record increase in new coronavirus cases. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of more than 3,500 infections over the last day. According to Johns Hopkins University, Wisconsin has the most positive cases in the country today. 11 more people have died and 33,000 cases remain active.
Students in the Monroe School District are switching to virtual learning after new COVID cases in the community and schools. Remote learning will continue at the elementary, middle, and high schools through at least October 29th.
Let's check in on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Looks like a cold night is in store for us. Temperatures already much cooler right now than they were at this time yesterday. You can see a visible cloud track. We've had a fair amount of sunshine, but that has not helped the temperatures very much. In fact, even some light snow showers are being found in northern Minnesota and up near Lake Superior, a sign that we're definitely in a fall weather pattern. These are current temperatures. Lower 50s down toward the Illinois state line. Janesville at 54, but Madison already down to 48. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s north of Madison. Compared to 24 hours ago, that's a drop of almost 20 degrees here in town. A freeze warning has been issued from 1 a.m. until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. Areas north of the Dells pretty much have seen their growing season come to an end, so we do have that alert day in the forecast. Here in Madison, I'm looking for a low temperature of about 31, but outlying areas could easily see temperatures in the upper 20s. By tomorrow morning, again, temperatures will drop off into the lower 30s with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy and cool with just a slight chance for a shower. High temperature at 50. Not only do we have the threat for frost tomorrow night, but by Saturday night, we could even see a couple of flakes of snow. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. As we were just mentioning, we're setting coronavirus records almost daily in Wisconsin.
And Governor Tony Evers says the spike is preventable if people act now. Brady Mallory in studio with what else we've learned from state health leaders today. Brady?
Hey, the numbers are clear. The spike in cases isn't ending anytime soon. The state's 7-day average is close to 3,000, and hospitals are packed in many parts of Wisconsin. Now, that led Health Secretary designee Andrea Palm to warn the situation is going to get even worse before it gets better. The state hopes to avoid using its pop-up hospital at State Fair Park. It has space for more than 500 patients. There isn't anyone in there tonight, but Governor Evers worries a judge blocking his capacity order will mean there soon will be.
We're at a critical point in the battle against this virus. We've had many record-setting days recently for hospitalizations, new cases, and COVID-19 deaths. And just because some folks out there want to see full bars and full hospitals doesn't mean we have to follow their lead.
Palm says some hospitals have less than 10% of their ICU beds available. She expects overflow patients ending up at State Fair Park in the next few days. Reporters asked the governor if he plans to order lawmakers back into session to deal with the coronavirus. Evers said he thinks Republicans are adults and will come to the table. He says he just hopes it's not too late.
Brady, thank you. Over the past few weeks, we've seen lines for coronavirus testing at Alliant Energy Center take hours, but public health officials say getting tested should not always be the first choice. Instead, they say you should contact your doctor.
We do not recommend requiring employees to have a negative test before coming to work for any reason. One of which is people with COVID-19 may have positive test results for weeks after they recover but are not contagious, after they have met certain criteria. Requiring a negative test places an unnecessary burden on the employee and may prevent you from providing services due to extended employee absences.
Public Health also said the ongoing flu clinic is not affected by issues at Alliant Energy Center's COVID testing site. They say the average wait for flu shot so far has been just 5 minutes.
In other news tonight, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office says it is investigating a possible homicide after a man was found dead at Devil's Lake State Park. Authorities are looking for a man connected to the death. They say he's about 6 feet tall and was last seen wearing dark-colored head and face coverings while walking toward the park's south shore. Police say a 24-year-old man was found dead in the park yesterday morning. The Sauk County Sheriff says it's unclear right now if this was a targeted incident.
Turning to the campaign trail, this summer's mostly virtual Democratic National Convention will likely finish in the red. The Federal Elections Commission filings show the Democratic National Convention host committee still has more than $1.5 million on hand, but organizers don't expect that to cover the outstanding operating expenses. However, the DNC's board chair says expenses will not fall to the city of Milwaukee to foot that bill.
Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says the city has already issued a record 100,000 absentee ballots. More than 65,000 have already been returned. But she wants to remind voters that voting absentee is not the only option.
These numbers are amazing, but I want to make sure that they include you. There are lots of chances for you to still get registered to vote and to request an absentee ballot. And we are coming up on early voting. And of course, you can register and vote on November 3rd at your polling place.
The mayor also reminded people to fill out the census deadline tonight. It needs to be filled out by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can visit my2020census.gov to get counted.
President Trump held a rally in North Carolina this afternoon. He's heading to Miami tonight for a televised town hall. At the same time, Joe Biden will be holding a competing town hall in Pennsylvania. The second presidential debate was supposed to be tonight, but the president backed out after the event moved virtual. At today's rally, the president attacked Joe Biden and his son Hunter, citing a tabloid report.
Joe Biden is a corrupt politician. Joe Biden has been blatantly lying about his involvement in his son's corrupt business dealings.
Yesterday, the New York Post published an article based on purported files and emails from a laptop it says belonged to Hunter Biden. The report alleges the former vice president used his position to advance his son's business interests in Ukraine and that both Bidens were not truthful about that relationship. The Biden campaign says the allegations are false, pointing to an investigation by Senate Republicans that cleared the former VP of any wrongdoing in Ukraine. Senator Kamala Harris making changes to her weekend travel plans. A staffer and a flight crew member for the Democratic vice presidential nominee has tested positive for COVID-19. Senator Harris will remain off the campaign trail until Monday at the earliest. The Biden campaign says neither Harris nor Biden had any recent close contact with the people who tested positive. Senator Harris and her husband both tested negative for the virus earlier today.
The switch was flipped on the largest single solar project in the city this morning.
The new project pushes Madison past its goal of producing 1 megawatt of solar power on its own. It's located at the Metro Maintenance Facility off East Washington Avenue. The mayor says the solar panels on the facility help Madison move along on major carbon emissions reductions and reducing energy costs. She says starting next year, the city hopes to install 1 megawatt of solar power every year. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. The Senate Judiciary Committee sets a date on a vote on Amy Coney Barrett's nomination, while Democrats are still pushing back.
And tonight on News 3 Now at 6, most people who get coronavirus recover, but that doesn't mean they're perfectly healthy. We'll hear from a teenager who says she's still feeling the effects months later. That story coming up next hour.
And on Wall Street, marginal changes today. The Dow falls about 20, the Nasdaq loses 55, the S&P was down 5 1/3. We'll be right back.
Get the lowest prices of the season now at Ashley HOMESTORE. Clearance and floor sample furniture is 50% off or more. Plus, take a bonus 5% off our sale prices, including clearance. And interest-free financing for up to 4 years. Only at Ashley HOMESTORE.
We took a bad economy that was falling and turned it around. Trump took a good economy and drove it back into the ditch through his failure to get COVID under control, his failure to deliver real relief to working people. Does he not understand and see the tens of millions of people who've had to file for unemployment this year so far? The people who lost wages while the cost of groceries have gone up dramatically? Donald Trump has been almost singularly focused on the stock market, the Dow and NASDAQ. Not you, not your families. My plan will help create at least 5 million new, good-paying jobs and create them right here in the United States of America. Let's use this opportunity to take bold investments in American industry and innovation so that the future is made in America. I'll be laser focused on working families. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
It's the Quick Ship Mattress Sale of the Season at Ashley HOMESTORE. Get your best night's sleep faster than any other store in Wisconsin and find unbeatable doorbusters like these. Plus, interest-free financing for up to 6 years while they last at Ashley HOMESTORE.
Tonight at 6, a homicide investigation is underway at Devil's Lake after a man was found dead yesterday. Plus, a Wisconsin Dells man's been charged in connection with a domestic terrorism plot to kidnap Michigan's governor. Well, the very latest at 6.
Join News 3 Now October 24th for the Komen Virtual More Than Pink Walk.
Register, raise funds, and walk where you are. Bring us closer to a world without breast cancer. Step out for the Komen Virtual More Than Pink Walk.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Madison's 3 major hospitals are implementing new non-discriminatory policies when it comes to patient behavior. UW Health, SSM Health, and Unity Point Health Mariners say they hope to make a strong statement by coming together. The new policies aim at suggesting to the patient that racism and bigotry is not tolerated in the hospital. SSM Health's regional president says most patient discrimination happens at hospitals, clinics, and nursing homes.
Each time one of our highly qualified caregivers is subjected to any form of discrimination, it is very painful for them. It's very difficult for them to be able to do their jobs. So we believe setting this expectation for patients and visitors is going to be an important step in supporting our teams and supporting an inclusive culture and environment.
The hospitals say employees are thankful for the new policy and hope it'll bring communities throughout Madison together. The Senate Judiciary Committee has set aside next Thursday to vote on whether to recommend the approval of Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court.
Several Democrats used their time during the last day of Barrett's hearing to plead for more Republicans to not confirm the judge.
Not being able to answer whether you believe in the peaceful transfer of power I just found that stunning.
What was the purpose of this hearing if we've reached the point now where we really don't know what she thinks about any issues?
Republicans who hold the majority in the Senate countered today.
We've got the authority to do this. We've got historical precedent on our side. And we've also got the Constitution and the best nominee I've seen in a long time.
Legal evaluators with the American Bar Association testified after the vote as well. Outside the Supreme Court today, demonstrators were split on Barrett's nomination.
Jobless claims are on the rise again. The Department of Labor says another 898,000 Americans filed first-time claims last week. That's 53,000 more than the week before. Weekly jobless claims peaked in late March at 6.9 million. Before the pandemic, claims stood at about 200,000 per week. United Airlines reporting massive third-quarter losses. A new report shows $2.4 billion in losses last quarter. That's slightly better than what the airline posted in the second quarter. United says it's ready to turn the page and prepare for a recovery. On Tuesday, Delta Airlines also announcing big losses, $2.1 billion.
The U.S. Navy is preparing to honor the men who wore the uniform over the decades. The Secretary of the Navy has announced plans to create a new National Museum of the U.S. Navy. The campus-style structure will feature 4D theater presentations and interactive displays. They haven't announced where it will be located, but one of the sites under consideration is the historic Washington Navy Yard. Let's get a check on our weather now, and a big chill is on the way, Gary.
Yeah, and it's going to stick around for a while. Let's take a look at an alert day that we have in the forecast for tomorrow morning for widespread frost and or freezing conditions. Looking for a low temperature in Madison around 31 degrees, but typically urban areas tend to be a little bit warmer just because they retain their heat a little bit more from the concrete and asphalt. You get outside the main city areas, and temperatures in rural Dane County will probably be in the upper 20s. Many rural locations will be about that cold. That's why the freeze warning is in effect for all of southern Wisconsin. Doppler track even shows some light snow showers up in northern Minnesota and the UP of Michigan coming in off of Lake Superior. Lake effect snow, yeah, it's that time of year. And you can see the freeze warnings in effect for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, outside the Chicago, the city of Chicago, and eastern Iowa. North of here, the growing season pretty much has ended. That's why there's no freeze warnings or frost advisories. The 6 to 10-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calling for below normal temperatures. And the only reason that it's not a higher probability is because we'll have a couple of days where next Saturday and then perhaps next Thursday where temperatures could actually be in the upper 50s to lower 60s. But the greater probability for warmer temperatures will be to our south and west. And probabilities of above normal precipitation are higher here because, not because we'll see a lot of precipitation, but we'll see just a chance just about every day with some light showers in the forecast. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, even higher probabilities for below normal temperatures, and that takes us almost to the end of October with above normal precipitation, but the highest chances shifting to the east and the western part of the country starting to dry out again. And that's a sign that as we head into November, we might see another shift in the pattern. And the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the month of November is actually calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country, with below normal precipitation through the southern part of the country, just the Pacific Northwest seeing above normal precipitation. And they've also released the winter outlook for December, January, and February, and that is calling for below normal temperatures to our north and west, above normal temperatures to our south. That usually sets up an active storm track in between, and it does call for above normal precipitation for our part of the Midwest. So something to bear in mind will be in a La Nina weather pattern. A lot of times that brings us a little more snow than normal. Last night, temperatures in the mid-40s here because of cloud cover, but to our north and west, temperatures were well down into the 30s and upper 20s. That's a sign of things to come for tonight. So our forecast includes that freeze warning in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a high temperature tomorrow of 50 degrees with variably cloudy skies and a slight chance for a shower. 7 to 10-day forecast. Look for a windy day on Saturday, but those winds will be out of the south, bringing our temperature close to 60. There's a chance for a shower, but then as a cold front comes through, we could see a few flurries of snow mix in with those showers late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Over the next couple of days, there'll be chances for showers. Not a high chance, but anytime during the early morning hours with temperatures close to freezing, there could be a couple of flurries mixed in. Then that brief bump up in temperatures in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame, followed by colder weather as we head toward the following weekend. As we take a look at first warn traffic, it's another quiet day on the roads. Not seeing any problems right now on the Beltline. Actually, it looks like something has just popped up. There's some slowdowns on the eastbound Beltline between about Monona Drive and John Nolan Drive. As far as travel times are concerned, concerned, it hasn't made a big difference in times. About a 15 to 16-minute trip either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison from the Beltline southward on I-3990 to Janesville, it'll take you 26 minutes. 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and 17 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Still ahead at 5 after a summer of social justice protests. See how the conversation over many monuments in the U.S. is shifting. That story ahead. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Donald Trump is lying about Medicare and Social Security. Trump's pushing to slash Medicare benefits. He's proposed eliminating the funding source for Social Security, a plan that would drain Social Security by 2023. Joe Biden will protect Medicare, and he's proposed a plan to increase Social Security benefits. The choice is clear. Donald Trump will cut Medicare and Social Security. Joe Biden will protect them.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Update your floors with Mohawk Vinyl Plank Flooring from Menards. Vinyl Plank is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. All Mohawk Vinyl Plank Flooring is 11% off. Once your new floors are in, find your style with Patriot Lighting. We have over 70 styles of ceiling fans to help you find the perfect match for your home. All Patriot Lighting ceiling fans are 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Because of this, we built Ford Super Duty to be the most capable heavy-duty pickup ever. Because of this, we built Ford F-150 with 375 horsepower. Because of this, we built Ford Ranger with the terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 XLT with $10,272 in total savings.
When Joe Biden wants an update on the virus, he calls on the nation's top health experts. Working together for all Americans is what Joe does. When writing his healthcare plan, Joe Biden worked with both doctors and patients to make healthcare affordable by lowering premiums, reducing drug costs, and protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Joe listened to both small business owners and workers to create his economic plan that cuts taxes for middle-class families, creates 18 million new jobs in his first term, and raises wages by as much as $15,000 a year. Joe Biden's plans will help working families immediately by making the super rich finally pay their fair share. For Joe, it's never been about ego. It's always been about the work he can do for working families. It's what he's always done. Joe Biden brings everyone to the table and gets it done.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The heated debate about our nation's monuments moves into a Virginia courtroom next week.
The question of whether the state can remove its enormous controversial statue of Robert E. Lee is scheduled for trial. As the dust settles after this year's anti-racism protests, Tom Hansen explains how America is rethinking what a monument should be.
Made moldings.
Hank Willis Thomas's monumental sculpture welcomes visitors to downtown Brooklyn. He titled it Unity.
It can imply that we're all part of one world, one people, one race, and that's super exciting.
Designed to be a reminder of the nation's core values, the 22-foot bronze is modeled on NBA star Joel Embiid's right arm.
If what we leave behind are celebrations of war heroes and not the incredible other Americans who celebrated peace, celebrated justice and community, then we don't actually tell a full story.
Thomas is helping the nation reimagine its monuments, a process that accelerated during this summer's protests against systemic racism.
This was a summer of reckoning.
Paul Farber is the director of Monument Lab in Philadelphia. His studio is helping artists, activists, and institutions plan for future monuments, even as protesters take matters into their own hands.
I think it's an expression of a long suppressed story about how power is operated in our societies, that we have more monuments to enslavers than we do abolitionists.
Here in New York, this controversial statue is scheduled for removal. It shows Theodore Roosevelt towering over a black man and a Native American. And in Richmond, Virginia, the battle to remove the Robert E. Lee Monument is headed to trial.
This is a space where we're airing out some of the most profound wounds we have as a country.
Thomas hopes unity helps to heal those wounds.
The underlying message of this artwork, and I think most of my artwork, is that you have the power within you to be your greatest hero.
A monument to the human spirit. Tom Hansen, CBS News, Brooklyn, New York.
This summer alone, more than 100 monuments and markers were either removed or scheduled for removal.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I worked for 47 years. Donald Trump, he's talking about messing with my Social Security. Them guys think it's monopoly money? No, it's our money. We work for it. You don't get to play with my finances. You don't get to play with my security for my family. Joe Biden looks out for the little guy. He understands what seniors are going through. I think he's going to keep Social Security safe. We need to get Biden in there to protect it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
For over 60 years, wishes have come true at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's original Toyland. This year, Toyland deals will last all weekend long, starting this Saturday at 7 a.m. Find great deals on the hottest toys, like Hot Wheels die-cast vehicles, 99 cents each. These Fisher-Price Interactive Linkables, just $16.99. This Color Reveal Outdoor Barbie, just $11.99. And we're giving away a $3,000 shopping spree to one lucky rewards member. Wishes do come true at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, starting this Saturday.
Your family has a wide range of personalities. And so does ours. With Volkswagen's wide range of SUVs, you can all ride together. Or not. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on 2020 Atlas Cross Sport models.
Fry Construction is celebrating their 25-year anniversary, which means big savings on home repairs and improvements. No job is too small or too big, and your safety is always our concern. Respected in the industry and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home. And now, for a limited time, save 25% off gutters or insulation with a full roof, siding, or window project, all with zero down, 0% interest for 12 months. Contact Fry Construction today.
Because talk is cheap. Let's look at what Joe Biden's done. During the last economic crisis, President Obama trusted Joe to lead the recovery and bring us back. Now he has the plan to do it again, to revive and reinvest in jobs and real help for middle-class families. He'll listen to experts to get control of the virus so we can build back even better. Joe Biden, a president to get it done. FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Final check now with Gary.
Another cold night on the way. In fact, colder than we've seen pretty much from much of the fall. It looks nice out there right now. Beautiful sunset ready to take place in the western sky, but temperatures are already in the upper 40s here in Madison. Still 54 in Janesville, but those temperatures will drop off pretty rapidly, and a freeze warning is in effect from 1 a.m. tonight until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. Look for a low in Madison of about 31 degrees. Skies will be clear overnight, but tomorrow we'll see variably cloudy skies. A cool day with a high of 50, just a slight chance for a shower. Maybe a little more frost potential tomorrow night with a low of 32. And then 59 on Saturday with some rain showers. That could mix with a couple of flakes of snow Saturday night. Then Sunday night, Monday night, we could see the possibility for a couple of flurries to mix in with a rain shower there. A little warm up Wednesday and Thursday, and then colder toward the end of the week.
Gary, thank you. CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell coming your way next. Stay tuned for that. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.